Redder three ball in front of the buzzer, and he gets it to go. He had a buzzer beater to end the first half, and he buries a big three to put the Bears back up 11. 3. New career high for the super sophomore. The lead goes back to 10. Fouled in the middle of a...
Kelsey wanted the contact there.
I'm surprised. Now they need to go into Markquis if they're going to get back in this. Instead, they step back three by
Nowell. Darrell Walker's not going to like that at all.
Would you give it 7, 8? What do you? I mean, if you had,
I give it an 8. That's solid.
It's solid. All right. Little Rock on the other end. Nowell from downtown drains the triple. Almost
to get up another look with just a minute 38 or minute 37, to play in the first half.
Nowell from deep. Beautiful shot there from Markquis. He always tried. Markquis looking for offense. C.J. White trying to cure those three-pointer blues. Isn't happening on this shot, but Nowell from 3, and he's able to knock it in. Just there. He's up to 8 points, and that ends the scoring drought.
Nicholas looking like a young Allen Iverson on that drive. Crossed over behind the back, up and under. Athletic play.
As long as he didn't step over Ty Lue, he's all right. And how about that? Nowell answers on the Little Rock squad, but Monroe was one of them.
30-5 that Little Rock team was in 2015-16. ULM, you could argue that, you wouldn't argue, it was almost a fact. They were the second best. You need to find a way to hit some shots, and you also have to get some stops. You can't leave Marko Lukic open, wide open three-point looks like that one, even though he was unable to knock it down.
Root Munyon with the offensive board. He's now up to 10, and that's another double-double for him. And content to get it out to Nowell as Markquis drives through the lane, gets it to go, and what a finish.
Rockets pulled away, shooting 46%. ULM just couldn't make a shot in the second half, only 8 of 31.
Now Nowell gets another steal, and he's looking for more. Pulls up from the elbow, and sure, why not?
Last month, poor shooting by the Trojans. The Bobcats building a big lead. And again, it led to a sweep in Little Rock. A couple of weeks ago was Nowell ends the drought for the Trojans. Small, by the way, a good shot blocker, rim protector in his own right, 5th in the conference in block shots coming in. Nowell cans a 3 for Little Rock.
From Coupette. Another 3 attempt for Monroe. That one just off the mark, and nice box out there from Markquis as Nowell comes out of there with it. The feed over to Palermo. Thought they'd try another triple. You know Nowell wants to try. He goes from deep, and that one, nothing but the ball. Almost took down Iowa State. Tough ball game. And Chris Beard, of course, moving on to Texas Tech. All he's done is appeared in a national championship game. No biggie since his career at Little Rock. Is Markquis Nowell able to connect?
Since sputtering a bit in the opening minutes, have found their stride.
Trojans led by as many as 11. Monroe now with a 4-point advantage as Markquis Nowell cuts that advantage to layup, courtesy of Ozier. He's all of a sudden up to 12 points.
Well, Little Rock's got to get stops, and since halftime, ULM is shooting the ball well, 6 of 9 from the floor.
Nowell decides to test the range and
up to 6 points.
He's one of those guys who can stop and pop without a dribble, and he showed that in that last play.
From long distance, Markquis Nowell of the original walk-ons in the shadows of LSU's Tiger Stadium. If you haven't checked it out yet, I advise you to do so.
Absolutely. Player, you don't think he can get up there with his hops, but once he get up there and get his little floater going, it's hard to stop him.
Griffin into double digits now with 10. KO right back to Wells. Wells forces that one up after contact from Nowell. Nowell, screen set by Markquis. And Nowell from way downtown gets it to go.
Nice control on that jump shot. That's a nice rhythm in the offense. I'll tell you what, these next probably 4 to 5 minutes are important for the Mavs.
Nowell, another hear me. We're up at the concourse level this season. Maybe if I was on the floor, they could blame me when they're hearing our broadcast.
I think you're all right.
Driving to the hole, Nowell, up and under.
Now you're still striking distance.
Little Rock has hit their last 3 of 4 shots. Nowell tries to change that, and he does with a 3. Bound pulled away by Lukic. Nowell pull-up jumper, another three. White out of Little Rock, Arkansas, started his college career at SMU. Nowell switches left hand, got it.
Yeah, and good
brings it up, and he'll reset with Nowell. And under 2 minutes to play in this first half, it has been all Texas State early as Little Rock tries to chip away at this lead. Texas State, led by as many as 17 just a few minutes ago, as Nowell connects from downtown.
Foul by Harper instead of giving up the 2, letting the defense get set up, and now he draws the assignment of Nowell, who just checked in.
Handoff back to Nowell, and he drives inside and gets a little.
Have a good look right there. Coupet unable to knock it down, but they'll keep the possession out of bounds underneath. AU knocks it away from Monyang again.
And Monyang goes back out front to Nowell. He'll come in and take the little 10-footer and hit it again. He will drive it again and put up the jumper. That one's off iron that time, no good though, and Nowell comes away with the rebound. So inside the last 45 seconds, shot is up and good for Nowell. Are both in the contest. Down low, and Akuba dribbles it off his foot, a turnover, and here comes Nowell the other way and gets the jumper to go. Coupet working against Russell. Put it into Nowell's hands. He'll bluff the drive, put it back to Bankston. Back to Nowell, the long 3-ball. Run it down. And puts it back into Markquis' hands. Back to Nowell, trying to create, puts up the shot, gets the roll that time.
To raise money for the Community Partnership of the Ozarks, they help out a number of charities in and around Southwest Missouri, from Boys and Girls Club to Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Ozarks, you name it. Here is a long triple-double. We told you 26 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Mosley's flirting with one tonight. You know who the last Missouri State Bear to get a triple-double is?
No.
Well, here is Nowell heating up.
Scoring numbers, shooting just 30% on the season from the floor.
Driving the paint there, and here comes Markquis on the other end for Munyon. He goes reverse layup. That's just what he does. He had a nice half. He had a nice start to the second half as well.
Yeah, came in averaging 15 points. Knocks down champion's second three-pointer of the game.
Markquis over to Nowell. You'd like to think Darrell Walker probably wants to extend his lead right here, and he's going to do just that as Markquis.
Academy here in Little Rock. I don't think I've seen any high school football action in the state.
It's on the bucket list. We're going to do it as Little Rock comes back down the court into C.J. White. Poked away, but he gets it back over to Nowell. You'd be interested to see what White does in these final 10 minutes of this ball game. You'd like to see how comfortable he gets as Nowell gets the finger roll. And they've been in a bubble, no fans. Now you're in front of your home fans. Not a ton of fans here, but at the same time, many Trojans in here.
As you said, a socially distanced crowd. Interesting to see Isaiah Palermo starting the second half for Little Rock as Markquis Nowell drives to the paint there and finishes with the left. I would imagine a part of the reason he got the start is on defense. I've noticed he has been given the DeAndre Jones assignment in the second half.
And we have not mentioned Kylud's name very much, but there he drills a triple to get UCA back within 6. He needs to pick it up as well. Nowell from the free throw line answers again. Little Rock able to hold on to a 70-69 lead. Just a little over 5 minutes to play here. Root Munyon inside. He likes to shoot it from there, but good defense by the Bears to hold up. Chatham. Nowell from downtown. Continue
trying to crack the scoring column here, down 5-0. Little over 2.5 minutes into this, the only game of the day in the KFCM Center, which is a little unusual based on what these guys have been putting up. That personal foul, by the way, was on Josh Corbin. That was his first personal and the first on the team. I feel like we've seen more of this early in the season here as Nowell doesn't look too comfortable handling the ball out there, so he gives it up to Coupet. Swings it around. Nowell's the guy they want with it in his hands, and he drives in and scores the little left-handed layup. They're back up by 8. Vaudrin, 7 points, 7 assists, but does not have a rebound yet. Nowell all the way to the basket, and he scores. January. They're going to try to get him some more, but Burns can pass out of the post as well. The 3 off. Markquis with the rebound, and Little Rock is going to need some points pretty fast, and Nowell knows that, so he pulls up and drains the 3 himself, and just like that.
He saw that they were off balance a little bit because they tried to trap Vaudrin, and the defense a little off balance as Nowell. I thought he would take that shot there. He got a pretty good look at 3.
Anumba doing a pretty good job guarding him, but he does pull the trigger, and he hits another.
Getting him a valuable couple of minutes here early in this one.
He's out of Orange, New Jersey. And that matchup continues between Dunn-Martin and Nowell. A lot of switching of the defense. Nowell from long range.
And it's really frustrating if you're a ball handler. You have to deal with this full court pressure and just constant pestering up and down the floors. The bank is open. I mean, they are guarding, both teams guarding all the way out to half court once you get it across. It's a guy, Chris Bankston, that Little Rock would really like to see get going after missing most of last year with an injury and want to finish their player. Loves to get to the rim. That's where he's at his best. And just so disruptive. You can see how much trouble he's causing at the front. They need to get him going, just like this guy, Markquis Nowell.
UNC Greensboro, they said, hey, we're going to play some folks, and indeed they are, especially in terms of about an 8-player rotation with a lot of minutes. There's a jumper again.
Williams from Dickinson, Texas, is going to be a real contributor. There's a good example right there.
They say, Byron Smith says, look, he's not a great ball handler to be a point guard. He has a big shot there from Markquis Nowell.
A lot of hard work to make this happen for all these young people. And we're glad to be a part of it. There's the zone again, shooting over the zone. Could have been a foul, too. Again, with 2:26 to go. I've been impressed by the effort of both of these teams. Because, again, this is their first real look at any time of live basketball. Little runner.